Call the meeting to order for the Village of Round Lake Beach. This is our board meeting from Monday, October 23rd, 2017. Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Here.
Trustee Valdez.
Here.
Trustee Wallace.
Here.
Trustee Butler.
Here.
Trustee Nichols.
Here.
Mayor Hill.
Here. Let the record show a quorum is present. Will all please rise during the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any additions or deletions to the agenda? If not, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Trustee Wallace, second by Trustee Nichols. We have a motion to a second. Any corrections, clarifications on the agenda? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The agenda is approved as written. We have the October 9th, 2017 council meeting minutes. Any corrections or clarifications in there? Again, if not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Trustee Butler, second by Trustee Husk. We have a motion to a second. Once again, any corrections or clarifications? Again, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Those minutes are approved. We have no expenditures to approve tonight. We have no ratifications tonight. So it's on the committee reports. Any trustees have any committee reports?
Mayor, I do have a SWALCO report, if I may. Everybody will be happy to know that the contracts were renewed for 2018 with regard to electronic collections.
Yay.
Yeah, so we have one more year at least, looking at the possibility of two.
Good.
And then they'll move on from there. With regards to electronic collections, there's two drop-offs that are close to us. One is Grays Lake Public Works at 585 Berry Avenue in Grays Lake from Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. until noon. And Grant Township Road Facility on Mollador Road in Ingleside, Monday to Friday, 7 to 3. Both locations are also accepting holiday lights since we're getting to that season. And everybody's wondering what to do with their old Christmas lights. So they both do take those. There's a couple of events coming up. Household chemical waste mobile collection, Saturday, November 4th at the Mundelein facility. The flyer is on the village website. There's also public drop-offs at our ST's facility on November 11th from 7 till 1 and November 27th from 7 till 1. And we also have a paper tiger shredding event for all those who've got boxes of paper that they want to get rid of or documents. Saturday, November 11th from 9 till 1 at 1101 North Estes in Gurnee. The cost is $3 for a standard banker box. And that's it. And recycle first, trash last.
Thank you, Trustee Wallace.
You're welcome.
Any other announcements tonight? Okay. Let's see here. I have nothing in the mayor's report tonight. Is there a clerk's report?
There's that, thank you.
Okay, we jump on our items of business then. We have item A, is the Illinois Department of Transportation Obligation Retirement Resolution. Years ago, we chose to fund some of our road improvements with motor fuel taxes, paying the bonds. So we need to pass a resolution annually to apply the MFT funds towards the bond payments. It's required by the state of Illinois. It's kind of a housekeeping thing we do every year. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Trustee Valdez, second by Trustee Wallace. We have a motion to second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. Item B is a resolution approving a temporary construction easement with Wisconsin Central Railroad. The Canadian National needs to replace the crossing over at Hook Drive. They need to use a little bit of our property up there to complete the process in a cost-effective way. And they're going to be improving the crossing for all of our residents, so we'd like to cooperate with them. They did a nice job of working with the county when they did the underpass. We appreciate that. So it's a give and take on both ends. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by
Second.
Trustee Nichols, second by Trustee Butler. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. Item C is a resolution adopting the 2017 Lake County All Natural Hazards Mitigation Plan. Lake County's actually updated their All Natural Hazards Mitigation Plan, and so we need to adopt the updates so we're in compliance with their ordinance. It kind of covers all the possible natural hazards that are out there. It's a very comprehensive document. I'm sure our staff has read through that time and time again with, sounds like a really interesting document to read. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Husk, second by trustee Wallace. We have motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. Item D is a motion to submit petition for recertification to Lake County Stormwater Management Committee relative to the watershed development ordinance. Again, Lake County is constantly updating their ordinances, and we have to resubmit for recertification so we can take care of our stormwater management concerns right here in Round Lake Beach, not to bother the county or anyone else in that case. We can make determinations on what's allowed and what's not allowed, and so on and so forth. We've done it for many years now, and it's worked out quite well, so we'd like to continue doing so. Do we have a motion by the board?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Nichols,
Second.
second by trustee Wallace. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. Item E is an ordinance approving an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Round Lake Beach and certain municipalities with respect to establishing and maintaining a quiet zone corridor. We had the quiet zone corridor for many years now. It was a blessing to most of the residents that live over in that area along the railroad tracks. They wouldn't blow their horns at night, and that was absolutely necessary. We do have to renew that now. It also still gives our residents the safety, but also, and we have crossing gates that block every single crossing, so you can't go through, you can't go around the gates. It was one of the requirements of that. So it's a very safe system, and it also takes into account that people try to sleep at night, which has, again, been a godsend for those people. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Butler.
Second.
Second by trustee Nichols. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. Item F is an ordinance approving certain additional changes to the special use plan development of property located at the southwest corner of Route 83 and Hook Drive, which is also known as 1874 Route 83. They're gonna be recreating some more parking by removing a few of the parking islands. Those look nice, but that parking lot, as you all know, has been very overcrowded. A couple of spots don't seem like a lot, but it's gonna make a big difference when you're trying to find a parking spot. You have 2 extra spots there. We have a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Valdez, second by trustee Butler. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. And item G, this is an ordinance vacating the improved or unimproved alley adjacent to 207 West Rollins Road. This is an unused village easement behind Papa's Car Wash that we are dedicating to them so they can properly develop the property. We all know that Rollins Road is not a very deep lots along there, and that little bit extra will definitely make a big difference when you're trying to develop the property. I think we have a representative here from Papa's today. No? Oh, we don't. Oh, we don't. Okay, I thought we did. Okay, any questions by the board? It's pretty standard along that way. Okay, if there's no questions, there's a motion to approve.
Moved.
Motion by trustee Husk,
Second.
second by trustee Butler. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. Item H is an ordinance approving a final plat of subdivision of the Popple subdivision for property at the southeast corner of Rollins Road and Park Drive. The applicant has proposed to consolidate all the individual lots associated with the development into one unified parcel, which we encourage. Additionally, the proposed vacated alleyways will be included as part of the plat. A 5-foot utility easement has been located along the southern portion line to accommodate existing utility lines through the elimination of the public alleyway. Per the direction from Lake County Department of Transportation, a 10-foot permanent roadway easement was required to allow for the potential expansion of Rollins Road in the future. It was determined that an easement was preferred over full dedication due to the timing of the project and the unknown status of any improvements needed for Rollins Road. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace.
Second.
Second by trustee Nichols. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
That's approved 5-0. That was our last item of a business for open session. We do have executive session tonight also, but before that is open to public participation. Anyone have a question or comment for the board, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Either state your comment or ask a question.
Sure, hello. My name is Patrick Dewey. I'm actually not in your district, but you are in mine, so I want to come introduce myself. I am the newest Avon Township trustee, and I've been trying to make it around to all the different... I think I can talk loud enough without it, but if you'd like that on. Anyway, I am the newest Avon Township trustee, and I just wanted to introduce myself. I had made it to Round Lake and Round Lake Park, and I hadn't made it up to Round Lake Beach yet, so I just wanted to say that since I would hope that the entities could work together. We actually have quite a bit of need in the community right now, and our food pantry has just been incredible. On a quarterly basis, we used to be serving 1,000 families. It jumped up to 2,000, and this last quarter we were at 3,800 families being helped by the food pantry. Wow. So during the flooding in the area, that we had the assistance center at the township, and there is a lot of other programs going on. I heard you guys mention the electronics recycling. We actually just partnered with Round Lake Park with the Swalco program with the shoe recycling, and I know you guys are doing the electronics. I think Grays Lake also does the electronics, so I really appreciate the different government groups doing different recycling programs and things like that in the community. But I wanted to introduce myself. If anyone has any questions about the township or some of the services offered, feel free to ask me, and that's about it. But I just wanted to say hello and thank you guys for your work.
Thank you, Patrick. Nice to see you again, and congratulations on your appointment to the Avon Township trustee position.
Thank you.
Yeah, we always try to work with all the other local elected bodies. We've done some work with the township on some roads and stuff that we both shared a common border with, and those have always worked out very well. And I'm sure we'll continue to do so in the future. Thank you. Any other comments or questions for the board? Okay, well, we do have an executive session tonight for probable pending litigation, land acquisition, executive session minutes, and personnel. Do we have a motion to go into an executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Butler, second by trustee Valdez. Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
We will be in executive session. There is an item, action on executive session items after we come out. You're welcome to stay, but it's not required. Thank you. Let me forget about that pile. Leave it someplace else by accident.
Then you'll just have to come in another time
Yeah,
and
I
do
know.
it.
Cheers.
Call the meeting back to order for the Village of Round Lake Beach. This is our council meeting from October 23rd, 2017. We are out of executive session. We have no action on executive session items, so is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace, second by trustee Valdez. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.